Namaste. I'm Linda. This is Misty. We'll see how long she stays around. But she wanted to be in front of the camera right now. So I'm going to do a Vinyasa class, a more gentle style Vinyasa class. So if you want to follow along, it could be a good idea to get a blanket or two, maybe a bolster or a block or a big cushion from your sofa or a big dictionary in place of a block. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to come and sit on our knees. You can take a block or your dictionary and bring it under the sitting bones between the feet and have a seat on it. And then see if you can bring your ankles so your ankles are straight and you have 5 toes on the floor and the other 5 toes on the other side. The femur bones parallel, and then place the hands on the thighs and feel like you're elongating the spine. Like you're lifting out of your waist. The sitting bones feel heavy into the block. The head feels light on top of the spine. Keeping the eyes closed. Start to bring your awareness inside. Feeling your body from the inside out. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the skin behind the neck. Allowing it to just slide down away from the ears. Relaxing the jaw, around the mouth, around the eyes. Relaxing the mind. Just allowing the thoughts to settle. Start to bring your awareness to the breath. Noticing the air coming in the nostrils. Noticing it going out. Noticing the body, how it moves with the inhale and how it moves with the exhale. And then bring the hands in front of the chest. Bow the head, giving yourself an intention for this practice. Perhaps your intention could be to stay focused, aware of what you're doing. Your intention to keep the mind focused on the breath. Or any other intention you feel is appropriate. We'll chant an Om to begin. Inhaling. Om. dog. You want to have the fingers spread, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees separated hip-width apart, and knees approximately under the hips or a little bit further back. And then see if you can find a neutral position for the spine. So we'll experiment with extension of the spine, dropping the belly, flexion of the spine, pulling the belly up towards the ceiling. So just moving a little bit between the two. Extension, chest opens, belly drops. Flexion of the spine, lifting the belly up, squeezing the abdominal muscles. Okay, we're not working in big movement, just small movements here. Until you can kind of feel what is the center between those two. Finding a neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And then when you find that, lean forward a little bit so you feel some more weight into the fingertips. And then bring the neck so it feels like it's in line with the rest of the spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. And then keep that position, but try to reach the sitting bones towards the wall behind you. So you feel like you're making space in the lumbar spine. When you do this, perhaps naturally the lower belly pulls in, perhaps naturally the pelvic floor firms. So maintaining the spine and the core strong. You're going to lift your right knee, tuck the toes under, and reach the heel away. Pressing the heel away so you feel the thigh engaging. Perhaps the back of the leg lightly lengthening. Taking a couple of breaths here and releasing the right knee down to the floor and then lifting up the left knee, pressing the heel away, awakening the muscles of the legs. Placing the knee down, tuck the toes under, both feet, and then start to bring the sitting bones towards the heels. Keep the arms off the floor, bring the ears between the upper arms. Feel like you're lengthening the neck so that you feel like the crown of the head is reaching between the hands and the sitting bones reaching towards the heels. Feel the sitting bones slightly also reaching towards one another so you can feel a slight firming in of the pelvic floor. Feeling that nice lengthening sensation along the back and then breathing deeply. Coming back up onto the hands and knees. So this time, you're going to pick up your right leg from the floor. Keep pressing the heel away. You can look down your body and notice if the kneecap is pointing straight down, if both hip bones are level from the floor, and if the knee is straight. And then once you've seen that, then lift the head back up, bringing the cervical spine in line with the rest of the spine. Press your fingertips So you have a little less weight on the wrists. And breathe here. And smile. And replace the right knee down. Pick up the left leg. Have a look down your leg. Make sure the leg is straight. Hip bones level from the floor. Kneecap pointing straight down. And then lift the face away from the floor, elongating through the spine. Breathing. Enjoying the sensations of waking up the body, waking up the muscles. Releasing the knee back down to the floor, keeping the toes tucked under. And then once again, reaching the sitting bones towards the heels, ears between the upper arms. Check that the weight is evenly pressed into all 10 fingers. And breathe here. Once again, coming back up onto the knees. So we're going to add something here. You're going to pick up your right leg and pick up your left arm. Squeeze the core muscles so you can stay balanced here. Breathing. Feel the lower abdominals pulling in. Release the hand, release the knee down, picking up the opposite side, reaching the heel away, and picking up your right hand. Feel the lower abdominals pulling in, the back of the neck long, and make sure there's no tension in the face or the jaw. And replacing the hand, replacing the knee, and once again, sitting back in this, what we call puppy pose. Reaching the sitting bones away. Feel that really nice lengthening along the spine, along the back body. And coming back up onto the knees. So now we're going to do some flowing movements. So you're going to pick up your right leg, reach it up high with that inhalation. And with the exhalation, try to bring the knee towards the forehead. Inhale, open the chest, reach that foot back. Exhale, bring the knee to the forehead. Inhale, open, straight leg. Exhale, knee in. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, smile, exhale. And release the knee down. Second side. Inhale, open, lift that leg up, open the chest. Exhale, pull the knee close to the forehead. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Two more like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, and last one, exhale. And replace the knee down, tuck the toes, and back to our pause in puppy. to walk your hands towards you. Lift the knees from the floor. You can separate the feet as wide as you need to, and see if you can maybe bring the heels down to the floor. If the heels don't touch the floor, no problem. You can keep the heels up. You might even separate the toes out to the side so that you can come into this squatting position. So do what feels right. If you really can't get the heels down, no problem. Keep the weight a little bit forward into the hands, and then try to relax this whole area. The buttocks, around the hips, the hamstrings. If you can get the heels down, then same thing. Just, you can bring your hands up a little bit. Okay? Bring the hands in prayer, or just leave them on the floor. The point here is to try to release the buttock area and the lower back area. Breathing deeply. If you feel extra comfortable here, you can even turn the backs of the hands onto the floor and release the head down. And like this, it really stretches the upper back and the neck. Oh, the tightness from being on the computer for hours on end. And then slowly, you're going to start to lift the sitting bones up. Separate the feet about hip width apart. Keep the knees bent, so no one should be straightening their legs right now. And then bring your hands behind the Achilles tendons and just use your hands to kind of lengthen the muscles behind the shin bones, lengthening the calf muscles, or warming them up if they're feeling a little tight, massaging them, encouraging them to release and relax. Then skip the backs of the knees and bring the hands on the hamstrings, warming up the hamstrings, lengthening the muscles up, and then just take the elbows and weight the elbows. So make the arms feel really heavy so that the weight of the head and the arms elongates the spine. You can allow the shoulders to come to the ears, just hanging. Just make sure that you've always got this connection, thighs to ribs. We don't want to be hanging something like that, okay? It's really bad for the lumbar spine. So you need to have this protection with this joined. And then you're going to reach your hands behind you and allow the arms to fall towards the floor. And if this feels okay, you inhale, lift one side, and feel this lengthening through that one side of the body. Exhale back to the center. Inhale, lift and lengthen the other side of the body. Exhale down. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale. Just working back and forth with your own breathing rhythm. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale. And then come back to the center. Release the arms. Let the hands fall to the floor. Bend the knees a little deeper. Let the head hang and feel like you're going to roll up to stand from the lowest vertebrae first. Pulling in the lower belly as you roll up, allowing the arms and the shoulders and the head to be heavy until you reach the very top. So now we're going to do some sun salutations. So come a little bit towards the front of your mats. The big toes are touching. Heels are just slightly apart. You can lift all the toes from the floor and see if you can bring the big toes down and forward, little toes out and down, and spread all the other toes in between. Lean a little bit forward, feel the skin of the heels coming off the floor, and then sit back so you feel like the skin of the heel is centered, or is right around the very center of the heel. Pick up your hip bones, slide the upper buttocks down, slide the low back ribs up, slide the skin of the neck down, and bring the arms alongside the body for Samastiti. Open the palms. Inhale, raise the arms. Keep looking forward. Exhale, fold over the legs, bending the legs as you fold over, lower belly comes in, and relax forward. Inhale, slide the hands halfway up the legs. If it's okay, you can straighten the knees as long as you can keep the back long. So we don't want the back to look like this. Okay, not like this, but like that. So you can come up as high as you need to, or even bend the knees. And then put both hands on the floor in front of you. And then step one foot back and the other foot back. You're going to bring the knees down to the floor, lean forward, pelvis, chest down to the floor. Turn the toes so the tops of the feet are firm onto the floor, and inhale, roll open the shoulders, lifting the chest. Exhale, turn the toes, push into the hands, and we're coming back into our puppy pose. Breathing here. Inhale, lift the pelvis, lift the knees, and step one foot forward, other foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release over the legs. Inhale, open the chest, come all the way up, straighten the legs as you rise up. Exhale, arms back to the sides. Okay, we're going to move a little bit more fluidly with the breathing. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs, relax the neck. Inhale, long back, halfway up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step the opposite foot back. And then second one, lower the knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Turn the toes, roll open the shoulders, open the chest, feel the strength in the back. And then turn the toes, exhale, puppy pose. Breathing freely, checking the quality of your breath. And lift the hips, lift the knees, step the foot forward, step the other foot. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, back to Samastiti. One more like this. Inhaling, reaching the baby fingers up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, long back. Exhale, stepping back. Knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, puppy pose. Inhale, lift the sitting bones, lift the knees, and step forward, halfway up, long breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head and chest, come all the way up to stand, and exhale back to Samastiti. thighs and open the chest. Make sure the lower belly is engaged. Bring the arms parallel with the floor and reach the baby finger side of the arms away. And then raise the arms up. Keep reaching the baby side away, up towards the ceiling as the skin of the neck slides down away from the ears. And release over the legs, release the toes. Inhale, halfway up, belly in. Exhale, put the hands on the floor, and you're going to step your left foot back and come onto your back knee. And then lift the torso up, so you have one knee forward, knee over the heel. Bring your right hand on the top of the right thigh, and then push that thigh down so that you feel like both hip bones are level with the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up, pushing your right arm down, and feel like you're getting longer through the body. Breathing here. Feel the tops of the buttocks sliding down. Feel the sitting bones sliding slightly towards one another. And then put the left hand on the floor. Pick up your right knee from the floor. Lengthen through the spine and see if you can turn your chest a little bit towards the right side. Allow the left knee to come back to the floor. Bring your hands forward, and this time you're going to step your left foot forward and bring your right knee back. Lifting the torso here, checking you have a nice right angle. Bring the left hand on the top of the thigh and push that thigh down. So you feel both hip bones level, and usually it kind of sucks in the lower abdominals. Lift the right arm up. Reach the baby side of the fingers away from you up towards the ceiling. Feel the two sitting bones sliding towards one another, strengthening Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Put your right hand down to the floor. Push into the right hand, push into the left hand, and see if you can pick up that back knee from the floor and turn your chest a little bit towards the left. Keeping the pelvis level, keeping that right knee pointing straight forward. And lower the knee. Put both hands forward, lift that back knee and step forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding over. Bend the knees. This is called Utkatasana. It means fierce pose. Raise the arms. Exhaling. So back into fierce pose. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step one foot back. Other foot back, lean forward in this plank pose. Let the knees, pelvis, chest come to the floor. Roll open the shoulders, press 10 toes into the floor, open the chest. Make sure there's no strain in the neck, pubic bone pushing into the floor, low ribs touching the floor. Turn the toes, exhale, puppy pose. Then you're going to see if you can pick up the knees from the floor, press the sitting bones away, and maybe work towards straightening the legs into a downward dog. Okay, if your back bulges up when you do this, then keep the knees bent and keep the spine straight. From here, lift the heels high from the floor, pick up the right heel, make a nice straight line from the heel to the wrist, and then you're going to step your right foot forward, turn your back foot in, and then bring both feet parallel. So And if it's needed, you can take 1 or 2 blocks and put the hands on a block, or a chair, or a bolster. Listen to your body, see what your body needs. Okay, so take a look at the feet. You want to make sure that you have 3 points firm into the floor. The ball of the big toe, the little toe, and the center of the heel. Hands in front of you, under the face, and then open the chest away from the floor. Feel the lower belly coming in. Feel the upper inner thigh sliding up into Mula Bandha. Now start to bend the right knee. Walk your hands over. Walking, walking, walking until maybe up. You can sit down onto the floor. Bring your left hand beside you. Check that straight leg. The toes and the knees are pointing up to the ceiling. And then lift the right arm up. Reach the baby fingers up. Enjoying that lengthening feeling in the side body. And put both hands back to the floor. Lean into the hands. Walk, lift the buttocks, walking all the way to the other side. And up. Both sitting bones down again. Double check this leg. Everything's pointing right up to the ceiling. Right hand beside you. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Reaching up. Enjoying the lengthening. And put the hand down. Push into the hands. And coming back onto 2 legs. Put your fingertips into Uddiyana Bandha, the lower belly, and inhale, come all the way up to a standing position. Inhale, separate the arms to the sides. Exhale, you're going to take the elbows or the wrists behind you. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, folding over the legs. You're welcome to bend the knees. Let the head feel heavy, but slide the skin of the neck and the skin of the shoulder blades away from the ears. And release the hands to the floor. Walk yourself towards the front of your mat, turning the feet. Bring the hands on the floor. Step the foot back. Come into this plank pose. Knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Turn the toes, roll open the shoulders. Exhale, puppy pose. Lift the knees from the floor. Maybe you're straightening the leg, maybe not. And walk 1 foot forward, other foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale over the legs. Inhale. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale to release. Okay, so we're going to do a one-legged balance pose. So first, before we can balance on 1 leg, we need to be able to balance well on 2. So we're coming into a nice, strong Samasthiti, spreading the toes, feeling the 3 points anchored into the floor, lifting the hip bones, squeezing the muscles between the hip bones, lengthening the waist so you feel a little taller. And then find a nice, steady gazing point. Start to bend your right knee so you feel more weight in the left leg, and keep this left side pulling in. We don't want to be like that, right? Pulling in. Both hips level from the floor. Start to raise that right knee up and interlace the fingers over the shin. Use the arms, the shoulder blades. So you pick up the shoulders, roll them back, lifting the chest. Then from there, you're going to hold the shin and see if you can place the foot on the upper inner thigh for a tree pose. Double check both hip bones are forward and bring the hands in prayer position. Finding that, keeping that steady gaze. Feeling the movement on the bottom of that left foot. This is normal. Starting to bend the left knee, the standing leg, and then you're gonna see if you can bring your right knee over the left knee, squeezing the upper inner thighs. So you can stay like this, or if it's possible, you hook your toes behind the calf. Don't do that if your knees are bothering you. You can stay here. And then straightening the legs and releasing the pose as elegantly as possible. So switching sides, lifting the hip bones, nice samastitihi. Bring the weight into your right foot, soften the left knee. Start to pick up that knee, interlace the fingers, lifting the knee high using the shoulder blades. And then placing the foot on the upper inner thigh. Oops. And then if you're steady there, which I'm not steady, oops, I'm looking around. Okay, so you need that steady gazing point. And then bring your hands in front of the chest. Make sure the hip bones are both facing forward, breathing. And softening the right knee, lift the left knee and try to wrap it around the other one. Squeezing the upper inner thighs and see if you can stay here or maybe even hooking the toes. And voila, releasing. Come to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhaling over the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, stepping the feet back. Coming into a plank. Knees, pelvis, chest to the floor. Roll open the shoulders, cobra pose. Turning the toes. And coming back into a puppy. And then you're going to walk your hands up, point your toes, and come to sit on one side of the feet, and then bringing the legs forward. Coming into a cross-legged position that you can feel comfortable in. Should never have pains in the knees, so you're welcome to take a blanket, a nice flat blanket, and fold it, and put it under the sitting bones or something higher. You know, you're gonna listen to your own body and do what is right for you. So the sitting bones are on the blanket and my legs are in a comfortable position. The best is if you can get to the point where the knees are on the floor so that they're comfortable and steady on the floor. Your sitting bones feel steady, and then you can lengthen up. Open the arms. Inhale, raise the arms, and then hook the thumbs together. Okay, then the thumbs are hooked, but you feel like you're reaching them away. Okay, so you're reaching this direction. Reaching the thumbs up, spreading them away from one another, trying to straighten the arms. And then see if you can get a little taller. Oh, getting taller and taller. And then switch the crossing of the thumbs, and again, reaching up. And release, bring your right fingertips down beside you, and then you're gonna exhale, fold a little bit towards your right, lengthening the left side. Inhale, come up, left fingertips, right arm over. Move with the breath. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale, make sure the sitting bones stay firm to the floor. Sitting bones are not lifting. Switching, moving with your own breathing rhythm. Just going gently enough that you feel some elongation, but it shouldn't feel forced or strenuous in any way. It should feel good. And then coming to center, bring the left hand to the right knee, right arm extends out to the side and opening back towards the back of your mat. And switching sides, reaching behind you. And back to the first side, this time putting the fingertips on the floor behind you. Inhale, get length through the spine. Exhale, pulling with that hand. You can put the back of the hand and getting a nice spinal twist. And switching sides. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Switching. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Switching. Inhale, long back. Exhale, twist. And then coming to the center. Walking the hands forward. Press into the hands. Feel the sitting bones grounding. Lengthening through the spine. Walk the hands towards your right. Walking the hands back to center. Walking the hands towards the left. And back to center. And coming back up to sit. So you're going to remove whatever you're sitting on. Come to sit back on the sitting bones. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Bring the hands on the legs and see if you can slowly, 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 slowly roll down onto the floor. If you have back issues, maybe you just, you don't roll out like that. You just come to one side and lie down. Now, bend your knees up so the knees are pointing up. And then feel the tops of the buttocks sliding away. Feel the low back ribs sliding in the opposite direction. So you have a neutral curve in the spine, but you feel like your lumbar spine is long. Check the skin of the neck is sliding away from the ears, and then the lengthening of the neck. Okay, now bring your fingertips into the lower abdominals and push the lower abdominals into the floor. And you're going to bring your knees close in towards you. Flex the feet and see if you can push the heels up towards the ceiling. And keep pushing the lower abdominals into the floor. Now, if it's possible, you start to bring your right leg towards the floor. But check that those lower abdominals are active. And as you do so, you'll notice that the lumbar curve starts to push more into the floor. So we want this. Lift your right leg and allow your left leg to come down. Fingertips in the abdominals, pressing those towards the sacrum. Inhale, come up. Let the right leg come down. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale up. Okay, so if this feels okay on the back, we're going to add something to it. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the head, squeeze in the elbows, and tuck the chin and pull the upper back off the floor. Check your lower abdominals are still engaged. You're going to bring your left leg down towards the floor and bend your right knee. And bring your left elbow to the right knee. And then we're going to switch. Right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, both legs straight. Exhale, switching. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, both legs straight. Exhale. And just doing a few at your own breathing rhythm. onto the floor about hip width apart. Check the knees are only hip width apart, no further. Lower abdominals in. Bring your elbows on the floor, fingertips pointing up. Press into the elbows and inhale, lift the hips from the floor. Holding here. Check you have no tension in the neck, no tension in the jaw or the facial muscles. And then lower down. Once again, inhale, lifting up, pressing the feet, pressing the elbows, opening the chest. You should feel the hamstrings engaging, the buttocks firming, but the knees still stay hip width apart. Feet parallel. Lowering. Inhale, lifting. And if this feels comfortable for you, you're going to reach your arms over the head. Don't let the arms touch the floor, and reach the baby finger sides of the hands away from you. And then lowering the buttocks, releasing the arms, bringing the knees towards the chest, keeping the knees open. And then you're going to bring your feet up towards the ceiling. You can hold your feet or your ankles and allow the knees to reach down towards the floor. They don't touch. And see if you can keep the shin bones perpendicular to the floor. Close the eyes. Relax the neck. Relax the upper back. If it feels good, you can roll a little bit side to side. And when you feel ready, putting the feet on the floor, extending them out. Opening the palms, closing the eyes. If you have a blanket close by, maybe you want to take the blanket and cover yourself. Allowing the toes to hang out to the sides. Relaxing your feet. You can shake them a little bit. Shake the feet, shake the legs. And then just allow them to release. Relaxing the legs completely. Relaxing the lower belly, relaxing your buttocks, relaxing the chest, the upper back. You can shake it out a little bit. Letting the palms just go towards the ceiling and then release into the floor. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms. Relaxing the back of the neck. Relaxing the throat. Relaxing the mouth, the tongue, the insides of the cheeks. Relaxing over the nose, the outsides of the cheeks. Relaxing the eyes, behind the eyes, the eyelids, the eyebrows, between the eyebrows. Relaxing the forehead. Relaxing the mind. The whole body, the mind, feels completely relaxed. Breath becomes quiet. Just resting still. Slowly starting to awaken the body, moving the fingers, moving the toes. Bring the legs together, stretch out the legs. Bring the arms over the head, stretching out the arms. And keeping one arm over the head, hold the knees in, and just roll to one side, using the arm as a pillow. Just taking some time here. Putting the hand on the floor, using the hand to push yourself up. Come to a sitting position. Trying to keep the eyes closed, keeping the peace within. Bring the hands in front of the chest. And we'll chant Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. enjoyed that. Now you can go on with your day. Thank you very much for watching.